Hello everyone, this is a short video to describe to you how to complete your career entry development profile. This is about thinking about your professional development at key points during your induction year and also your second ECT year, but primarily at the start of your year one early career teacher year. It's your responsibility for producing your career entry development profile, but you will have some input from your PGCE tutor. And it's your responsibility to share this document with your induction tutor in your new school. And this person is usually a member of staff who is a senior member of staff responsible for all early career teachers in your school. You should share it with your mentor as well, which is the person in your subject area or phase who will support you through your first and second year of teaching. It gives you a chance to share your experiences from your training year and your strengths and development needs under the 5 core areas of the early career framework. And this document is a supportive document for you. During your first year of the early career framework, you'll be expected to use this form to form the basis of the targets and gather evidence to demonstrate progress towards these and then reflect on your future development. The overall structure of the document, it has a section at the beginning to enter your full name and your subject or phase, your PGCE tutor, which you'll know who that is, and the date, which you'll need to change to June or July 2025, the training provider, and the programme length you don't need to alter. For the tick boxes for the age ranges covered, if you're doing the 3 to 7 primary route, you'll tick the foundation stage and key stage 1. For 5 to 11 primary route, you'll tick key stage 1 and 2. And for secondary, you'll tick key stage 3, 4 and post 16. The placement experience, we've put some draft text together for you in red. Please delete that example and then comprise your own in black font. Use a 12-point font and try to keep it really succinct. Less is more. You're going to describe your 2 school experiences, the year groups that you've taught, the ability range of the students and any exam courses that you've taught as well. You should also describe any extracurricular activities you've been involved in and any pastoral experience that you've had. The early career framework has 5 core areas, and for each of these areas we ask you to write a very short commentary or bullet point list of your strengths. What are they and why? Your areas for future development, that's what they are and why they are what they are, and how you feel that they need to be met. We really look for a maximum of 2 strengths and 2 areas for development for each section of the 5 sections. And then at the end of the document, there's an opportunity to write down potential training needs and any future aspirations that you have. Your PGCE tutor will add a really brief comment to the end of the form and then send it back to you. This confirms that you've passed transition point 1, which is the end of your ITT year. But this is not a confirmation of QTS, and this will be confirmed from receiving your QTS certificate. So what informs your writing of a career entry development profile? Well, you should be able to write your placement experience part from your memory, but then you should look back at your qualifying experience review and look at the targets that were set in that. These could be used as areas for development under the 5 specific sections of the form. You may want to look back to your evidence journey slides so far and examples of good practice or successful strategies and justify their impact. These could be used as strengths in each of the 5 sections. You'll have most recently had your individual professional review, and from talking to your PGCE tutor or SPL, you might be able to then determine from that further clarity on where you need to develop further and also what your current strengths are. So here's an example of some of the things that have been written on the previous career entry development profiles, and I want you just to pause the video for a short period of time and have a look at the 4 examples shown here in different colours. What we're looking for is for you to write enough to get a flavour of the experience that you've had in relation to curriculum and then pastoral and extracurricular as well and professionalism. What we don't want here is your absolute life story and things that are actually irrelevant for this document. So have a look and see which one you think is the most appropriate or least appropriate. Pause the video now and have a little read. Okay, hopefully you'll notice that the one in green is a little bit too brief. It can be a little bit too emotive. The red one is absolutely fine. It's quite descriptive, really clearly shows what you've been involved in. And then the other two on the right hand side are also suitable for this kind of document. Prose is fine, bullet points are fine. Try not to go into too much detail and be wary about being overly emotional as part of the commentary. The green one as well, just to note that some of the things there where it says, I love teaching my year 12s and they were so needy and I liked feeling needed, is actually potentially a safeguarding concern. So again, be careful of being overly emotional in your response. This is a professional document. Keep your areas of strength and development really succinct and specific and strategic. Use this as an opportunity to be able to signpost areas where you may need further support during your ECT year. And you can see some examples here on the left hand side. This is a pretty appropriate thing to write on a CEDP, some current strengths and some opportunities for further development and things that you could do to enable that, or things that your school could do to enable that. The right hand side is not a very good example of a CEDP, because when it says things like sometimes students don't follow your rules, this can indicate something that you probably don't want your induction tutor to be thinking, saying that you struggle with low level disruption. There's a way of writing this in such a way that it's more positively framed. When this candidate says that they don't need any further training, that could be perceived as being arrogant. And then again, looking to want to be a head teacher within 10 years is a completely unrealistic thing to say on this kind of document at this stage in your career. In summary, think really carefully about what you write and how this is going to come across to a complete stranger. This might be someone that you've not met yet, it's someone that you don't have any relationship with, and you only really get one chance to make a good first impression. So you want to come across as confident, but not overly confident. Don't waffle too much. Don't come across as needy or that you are inadequate, because obviously you've been recommended for QTS in the first place by us as a provider. Make sure the tone is professional and make sure that you come across as being knowledgeable about pedagogy and teaching practice. So what now? If you go onto the online platform and you select from the Associate Teacher menu ECT Induction, and the link at the bottom is also a way you can access this, you'll then download and be able to write your CEDP. Once you've done this, please email it to your PGCE tutor by the end of Wednesday the 2nd of July, because we need some time, potentially on the Thursday morning, the last day of the course, to be able to look at these, add a brief comment, and then return them to you to then be uploaded onto our online platform. Like I've said, we'll proofread it, confirm it's okay, and suggest any amendments if required. And then it will be your responsibility to provide this document to your induction tutor in September, although we also do send a copy of it to your employing school. In order to achieve your QTS certificate, they are available on the Teacher Self-Service portal. They should be available by the end of July, and the link is on this page here. Regarding your PGCE, Birmingham City University will contact you regarding how you received the certificate and details of any graduation ceremony that you'll be invited to. If you haven't secured employment yet, there is a vacancy service from the DFE, and that is where schools post available teaching vacancies, and the link is at the bottom of this page. For this Teacher Regulation Agency login, You'll need your teacher reference number, date of birth, and your full name. If you're starting employment during this term or in September, again, it's your responsibility to give your career entry development profile to your induction tutor. And I must stress that this is your responsibility. You should also find out from them who your appropriate body will be. And this is the provider that scrutinises the support that you're getting as an ECT. And this is independent of the school that you're employed in. If your school sends you any documentation about induction or procedures for September, please read these carefully and contact your induction tutor if you require any further information. Other than that, I hope you have the last few days of the course as really successful celebration of what you've achieved, and the last day of the course will be next Thursday, and I hope to see you all there to send you off with your certificates to say you've completed the course at Arthur Terry Skip, and we wish you all the best for the future.